In this video, I'm gonna show you the only 3 ways you need to grow your fitness business and exactly how simple this is. I was so excited when I first found this out that I couldn't sleep. If you don't know who I am, my name is Charlie Johnson. I've sold over $50 million of programs online in the fitness industry, and my goal is to help educate you so you can have the same type of success. Now, if we look this through a couple of different paths, what we're gonna talk about in this video, we're gonna talk about the 3 metrics in terms of what you need to actually grow your business. We're gonna talk about the 3 different growth pathways, and then we're gonna also talk about the 4 different systems you need after that to make it all happen. So, essentially, what do we have in terms of 3 ways to grow your business? Very, very simply. 1, acquiring customers. Numero 2 is ascending customers. Number 3 is reselling them. So if we look at acquiring customers, what we essentially want to do is we want to increase the numbers of customers we have. We want them to obviously increase our revenue. Simple, right? Average ticket price would be ascending clients. So let's say you have, for example, a cheaper coaching program, and then what you would then do is create a higher ticket coaching program. A good example of this, I gave to one of our clients, Harry Knights, recently. He wanted to try and generate some income, so he created a higher level of coaching program, which is working more one-to-one with him. I did more deliverables. You basically sell this to your core fanboy clients, increase the price, and essentially paying for more access. Other ways you can increase average ticket price is by having upsells, cross-sells, and some other stuff we're going to come on to. And then the third thing, if we look at resells, is the number of times a customer buys. How long are they with you for? How long do they remain in your ecosystem? How long do they remain a client? This can also be known as LTV, so lifetime value of a client. We want to maximize this and keep them as long as we can. This is actually one of the things we focus on with clients when they first come to us in 7-figure scaling systems with our fast cash play in terms of how we help people generate 10 to 20K within like 24 hours by utilizing some of these systems. And when you break it down, this is literally the only 3 ways you can grow your business: acquiring, ascending, and then reselling. And if we look at the basics of the 3 different growth pathways you can have here. Number 1, we get more clients, right? So more traffic, more sales calls, close more people. Seems simple. Growth path number 2 is you increase the ticket price, cross-sell, and upsell. So if you have a business at the moment and your closing rate is above 60%, you need to charge more. One of the biggest things most people are afraid to do is increase your price. Now, if you think about how moronic this is, if you take your price from up, let's say from $250 to $350 per month, don't do monthly, ideally charge up front. Let's use this for an example. If you charge monthly, you will struggle to make more profit, and I'll explain why shortly when we come on to getting paid to acquire customers. Now, if your close rate drops from 60 to 50%, but you've increased your price of your program by $100 a month, which is pure profit, I'll add, you will make way more money. You can also spend way more to acquire a customer. And do you know what happens if you increase your price and it doesn't work? You just go back to the other price. So you can just reduce it back down. So do not be afraid to increase your price. This is one of the things most entrepreneurs are absolutely terrified with. And this is also one of the biggest levers you can pull to grow your business. Now, if we look at growth path number 3, it's getting people to buy more frequently. So that could be other things other than coaching programs. It can be events, it could be merchandise, you could have courses, you can have all types of things to upsell. And this is literally the only way you can grow your business. When you break this down, it's incredibly simple. Now, there's a couple of things you need to get this to work. Number 1, high ticket offer. The quickest way for you to remain poor in your coaching business is a low ticket program. And I can say that because I first did this. I first started selling my coaching programs for £40. These were PDF Word documents that were terrible. I then increased, and I had a mentor who then told me to sell 8-week programs at £97. I sold like 1,000 of them every 8 weeks. I was crushing. But I made a big mistake because this was keeping me poor. Because then what happened, I had a guy who then paid me £9,000 for a 12 month from one client. So why the hell am I going to get 1,000 people give me 97 when one person would give me 9,000? This is when it dawned on me that I'm just focused on selling high ticket and drop this off. Now, you might be watching this video and think, well, I've got low ticket, I want to sell to everyone. Selling to everyone is selling to no one. And what happens if you try and sell low ticket and high ticket, the low ticket price will cannibalize this, so you won't get this. Because people want to try this, and will want to try the cheaper thing. And what it also does, it devalues your brand. So you want to make sure you're not making this mistake, because that's literally like putting a bullet in a fucking dome for your business. So first thing you want to do, high ticket offer. What should that look like in pricing? A pricing model I personally really like, let's do this here, would be like 2K for 6 months, 3K for 12 months. Why do I like that type of pricing? $2,000 a pound for 6 months, £3,000 or $3,000 for 12 months. It's for a very simple reason. The second half of the year is a 50% discount. So essentially, this makes the longer program very attractive. We all know most of the work is on the front end getting these people in. Fulfilling them isn't that expensive. So if you can try and get the 3K instead of the 2K, that's a 50% increase in the LTV of the client and a 50% increase in the average ticket price. So this is why I would always do a this or that terms of option and try and sell 6 to 12 months. And you might be like, oh, well, I sell monthly, Charlie. It's like, well, cool, you can do that and you will remain poor and probably struggle. But the reality is, if you offer 6 to 12 months and they say no, you can then offer them monthly or say, Charlie, what would work for you? If I could be creative, is there something I could do? And that's how I would adjust this. If you don't ask, you don't get. One of my favorite sayings in life. So first thing you need to do, high ticket offer, scratch it off. The second thing, getting paid to acquire customers. What the devil do you mean, Charlie? Getting paid to acquire customers is essentially when you can run paid traffic, Facebook ads that we crush on. I've personally spent $2 million at this point. And essentially what happens, on the front end, you're profitable. This is where you're getting paid for people to join your business from Facebook, essentially. So if I, for example, am spending money to get leads and I get $2, so let's say I spend $1, and for every $1 I spend on advertising, I make $3 back by bringing in new customers. I'm getting paid to acquire customers at the beginning. And this $3 over a period of time is going to keep increasing because of all these things we've spoken about here. Because when we have more customers, what do you get? You get more referrals. You also have more reviews, you have more testimonials, you have more clout, you have more traffic. What happens is you also have an increase in LTV because people stay with you a long period of time. So this means the ticket price of a person will increase. And that's exactly what you need if you want to have a sustainable business where you can basically have a factory line where clients come in consistently. One of the things I see a lot of people struggle with is the lottery of organic content. Like you're posting and hoping to the algorithm. Hope is not a strategy that's going to help you scale your business. You need an actual system where you can turn your business into a cash machine, which is essentially what we do in point 2, which is getting paid to acquire customers. Super, super important. Now, the third thing we'll talk about is when we bring in leads through the system, and what I like to call this from an ad side is the optimal selling system, which this all sort of comes into, is getting them to show up. If they don't show up on sales call, they can't sign up. So this is critical. Your show rate you want is a minimum of 50 to 60%. If it's below that, that's a big issue. Now, one of the easiest ways to drive up show rates is to create excitement and create curiosity. So let's say you're a basketball fan. If you were going to be taking a sales call with Michael Jordan, are you going to turn up to the call? Yes, because you're excited, you want to speak to Michael. This is the way you want to frame the person who's going to be taking the call with a prospect. You're going to be speaking to Jack, who's our head coach. He crushes it, he does X, Y, Z. You know that transformation you saw with Janine? That was actually Jack who got that result, and he's going to show you behind the scenes exactly what he did to do that. And that's how you get them to show up, is you get them excited. Now, the fourth thing we need to do is get them to buy. Now, when we're selling fitness programs, the reason people are fat and out of shape, to be blunt and to be crude, is because they can't make the decision themselves. If they could make the decision themselves, they would already be in shape. They'd already be 225 pounds like with abs like me. Make a bit joke, I am. But the reality is you need to talk people into this. Because they do not have the conviction and self-belief themselves, you have to show them how easy this is. And this is where one of the things I think about from a framework is you want to sell people the vacation, you don't sell them a flight there. So you talk about the end result, you talk about the emotions, you want to talk about their partner, their kids, the influence they can have on those people. You don't talk about the chicken and rice every day, you don't talk about the cardio they have to do. You talk about the emotional outcome at the end. And I'll give you one of the best visualization tools you can do from a sales perspective as well, which is this framework. And let's say I'm talking to myself. So Charlie, what's your favorite restaurant? And I say, the Cheesecake Factory at JBR. Awesome, I love Cheesecake Factory too. What's your favorite meal? I'm like, okay, cool. It's chicken and biscuits, and maybe the quesadillas as a starter, and have an Oreo Extreme cheesecake for dessert. Awesome. Okay, Charlie, so we're sitting down and we're at the Cheesecake Factory JBR. You're having the quesadillas, you're having the chicken and biscuits, you're having the Oreo Extreme cheesecake, you're loving life. What does your life look like in 12 months? What does your body look like? What does your health look like? How do your children look to you? how does your wife look at you? What do your co-workers think? So what's happening? We're visually setting the scene. And this is how you get people to buy. You focus on emotions and you don't sell on benefits and features. And this is literally how easy it is for you to grow your business, is you just focus on these simple things: acquiring, ascending, reselling, the 3 growth paths, and the 4 things you need to do. And this is exactly what I've done to sell over $50 million of programs online in fitness, and exactly how we're helping all of these coaches scale and get such wild results. We've been spoken about in such context because the results are so good, as if we're like a drug dealer, that this is illegal what we do. This is just very basic. And if you want help in terms of implementing basic things that work, that make you have impact and income, if you hit the link below this video, you can book in a free call with us. We'll look exactly what you're doing right now, what you should be doing, and exactly how we can help you if we think you're a good fit. There's no obligation on the call, and we do not offer this to everyone. So if you hit the link below, you can book in for that. If you took value from this video, smash the like button. I'll keep these bangers coming up in terms of whiteboard videos if you enjoy them. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and check the next educational video on the screen right now.